So with the new Mustang coming out, a lot of comparisons have been made to the Camaro. Does the Mustang look like a Camaro? Well, in some aspects, yes. We're going to go into the office, check out some side-by-side photos, and actually get a real in-depth look of why some of the things the Mustang compares to the Camaro and why that's a good thing, even if you're a Camaro fan or even a Mustang fan. So let's go in the office and let's check it out. So let's not waste any time getting into it for the comparisons. I want to thank LSX Magazine for this article. I will link it down in the description. You're seeing an overlay of the Mustang and the current gen Camaro just overlaid together, and you can see a lot of comparisons. You can see the back taillights are very similar. If you cut the car in half by the door, if you can see my mouse cursor there, if you cut the whole car in half backwards, they're the same car. They're ultimately the same car. It's absolutely insane how the whole back half, the aggressive body line and everything, it's the same. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I think that was one of the most key defining factors of the Camaro. Even if we look at the picture back up here at the top, that back portion looks so good on the Camaro, makes it look even more aggressive. The aerodynamics is really nice as the airlines go through up and over. Keeps the back plane a little bit better too, but it is so extremely aggressive, and that's honestly, I think that's a good thing for the new Mustang, to take part of this from the Camaro and put it into their new Mustang design. It looks phenomenal. The Mustang had this to an extent, the current gen, but now with this new generation, the S650, it looks a lot better from the rear as far as that goes for the body panels. Now, the roof lines are relatively the same for the most part. The Camaro was a little bit more aggressive, which gave it that more sleek look at the top here. The Mustang pops up just a little bit more, gives you a little bit more headroom, I guess you could say. The front, about the same here as far as the front body panels and the hood lines and whatnot. And then the one thing that's interesting that makes it look very similar is the headlight design. The headlight design is aggressive and very similar. Now, I will say that the S550 headlight design was very aggressive, and it was really unique at the time when it came out. It was completely different. However, it looks almost like the same shape, basically, as the current gen Camaro. Now, why is it that this is a good thing? Well, the Camaro's being discontinued, and for Camaro fans or Chevy fans that like the Camaro, that's very sad. We haven't got an official killing of the Camaro, or the axe, I should say, from GM. Like, we don't know if they're going to do, an extension from a new chassis, blah, blah, blah. We don't know if they're going to bring the Camaro back after 2024 model year. They haven't announced anything as far as that goes. We don't know if there's going to be a swan song. Out of all the manufacturers, GM has been the most quiet about their quote-unquote pony / muscle car / sports car. We don't know what they're going to do with the Camaro. We know what they're going to do with the Corvette, but we don't know what they're going to do with the Camaro. And here's just more side-by-side comparison. You can see literally the whole back half is the same. And that's one of the best defining features of the Camaro. And if you're a Mustang fan, you should be kind of happy, because if the Camaro truly is going away for a very long time, you get some of the best snippets of what made the Camaro great into the Mustang. And it's really going to be the only true American V8 car available left on the market for the foreseeable future. So even if you absolutely despise Ford as a Chevy fan or whatever you may be, you have to give them props, and you have to somewhat like the design of the new Mustang. It's funny because I have seen some Ford people not like the design of the Mustang, and they're Mustang fans. I think they need to chill out. I think it looks really good. The side profile of the Mustang looks really good. You can see the front part of the ZL1 here is kind of flat now, so is the Mustang. So there are a lot of design cues for sure that fit the bill. But Ford, if they did do that on purpose, kudos to them for knowing that the Camaro's going away, so might as well try to take some of those Camaro sales and bring some of those Camaro people over to the Mustang platform, because some of the design cues and the looks of it are similar to what those people have currently in their garage. So it's very smart. I think it's personally smart. I'm a car enthusiast through and through. Like, I've had a Dodge Hellcat. You guys might know, you guys might not know, I've had a Dodge Hellcat. My first actual performance car was a 2017 Camaro SS. Loved it. Then I went with the Dodge Hellcat Challenger. I did love it. There's some things I didn't like about it, which is why I got rid of it. And then now I have the ZL1 in the garage. I am highly considering a new Mustang, because now I wouldn't get rid of the ZL1. We're going to keep that. But I'm highly considering the new Mustang because I'm a car enthusiast, and that is the last American platform that I have not been introduced to. So I would like to get into one and try it out. Now, before we close out this video, what is probably the worst thing about the new Mustang that's not styling related is the fact that it can't be tuned. Hopefully someone cracks it, but the number one thing about the Mustang platform that made it probably the best out of the big three is the fact that it was so easily tunable, and it made really easy power. Well, Ford's really cutting down on tuning and whatnot for the aftermarket for this, unless you are a dealer. For example, Whipple. Whipple basically signed a contract with Ford. They have the rights to the computer, so they can throw their supercharger on there and have a tune and load the file up. So we'll have to see if that's going to get cracked or not. I hope so, but I think that would really hurt the value of car enthusiasts, as far as if we can't mod these cars at all, these new S550s, people are going to enjoy them, but they're not going to want them. Car enthusiasts aren't going to want them. Ones that want to push the limits, push the boundaries, go fast, blah, blah, those people, they're not going to want them. They'll just end up trading this in for a 2020 GT 500 or something like that. A car that they could easily make 1,000 crank horsepower with like a pulley and a tune. Like, it's just nuts. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you see the similarities with the Camaro versus the new S650 Mustang? Do you agree that it was actually a good idea? Do you disagree? Let me know what you guys think. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'd really appreciate it. That's it with me. I'll see you guys in the next one.